Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, friends, family, fans, and finish line focused. Fantastically fine folks. Hopefully y'all can see the finish line just a little bit clearer today than you could a month ago, or 2 or 3 or 4 months ago. Today is Wednesday, August 9th. So it is a crisp and cool, beautiful late summer morning. Leaving the Noepel shelter, tent camped there just above the shelter. Back behind it, Rocket and Bluebird, tie-dyed, Skunch, Cur Dog, guy's trail name was like, I don't know, was there. There was a army guy that I can't remember his name, Tim, and anyway, a bunch of people there last night. Good evening, sitting around talking a little while at the shelter, but I went to bed. In fact, everybody that was kind of near me, we were all in bed at 8 o'clock. So I didn't sleep the greatest. I laid there for quite a while, and then I just slept really light for a while too. But boy, I'm glad I had my Z-Packs sleeping bag. I actually had my feet in it and had it draped over me most of the night, but by morning I had to wrap it around my shoulders and stuff to keep warm. It felt great. I was super cozy. Here I'm back at the trailhead. So up there's the signs that point to the shelter. There's another sign back there. And I am going northbound on the Appalachian Trail today. Anyway, yeah, the sleeping bag. I mean, people had on stocking caps and puffy coats last night, long pants and stuff like that. The girls, were all dressed pretty warm and all that. I just wore my rain jacket. It wasn't that bad. It all felt great, just a good, cool evening. But anyway, slept pretty well this morning. So, looking forward to getting in camp and hopefully maybe getting an even better night's sleep tonight. But first, we have to finish climbing Mount Greylock. So we climbed, looks like, according to we climbed a little over halfway or more yesterday afternoon, and we got to finish climbing today. It looks like there's a couple of really steep little spots that we have to go up and over. You know what? I don't know the elevation of Greylock, but whenever I stop, I'll look it up and see. But it's a pretty large mountain here on the Massachusetts-Vermont border. Looks like going down Greylock will be pretty steep too in some places, so it ought to be fun. Ought to be a good adventure today. The plan is to head about 17 miles to which will be 3 or 4 miles into Vermont, by the way, to get into Vermont and stay at a shelter there. Let's see. Yeah, which I think will put us below 600 miles to go, and only 0.9 from the 1,600 mile mark. So pretty cool. Stay tuned and you'll see how things go. Body feels pretty well today, except for like the pads of my feet. My feet are kind of sore a little bit. It's like these shoes are wearing out, a little bit. Maybe I just didn't walk with the best form the last couple of days. I know the later in the day, the more tired you get, the more difficult it is to walk with good form. So who knows? But either way, I mean, it's just lots of miles. And it looks like I'm going to have to do quite a few more miles to get into Manchester Center, Vermont, which is kind of our next stop, our layover. And so we'll see how I'm holding up. Because today I got to buy groceries. And it looks like it'll be 3 pretty decent days to get in, excuse me, to get into the hostel that we're hoping to stay at. So that means longer day today and then plus 3 more. So we'll see. That means a lot of long days in a row for me. But we'll see. Maybe I'll be able to do it perfectly fine. All right, still climbing up Mount Greylock. I figured that was a pretty cool sign. You could see I'm 3/4 of a mile from the summit. It's been a beautiful morning so far. And not a lot of climbing, just a real kind of a gradual up. But it looks like getting to the summit, there's at least one really steep spot. But I love the terrain, and the trees are so pretty. I love the evergreen trees. It's just a different environment than most of the trail, and so it's so pretty. I love it. There was a bog we went through, and during the bog there was green, tons of like green grass growing up. It looked like a beautiful lush yard growing up through the green evergreens. And I kind of went to get my phone out as I was walking along the boardwalks, and next thing I was through it. And so I didn't film, but trust me, it was neat. It was fairly breathtaking. Reminded me a lot of my Halo. Here, just let you see the trail for a while. Got kind of warmed up this morning, and feet and everything are, feel okay. They're not bad. We didn't know it, but evidently there's a restaurant up here on the summit, or up here somewhere. And there's even like a lodge and a place for hikers to stay. Had no idea. None of us, I don't think it's mentioned in AWOL, but on Guthook there are comments that you could see. So all of us were surprised to learn that, because we were only a few miles from, a restaurant and a place, a different place to stay. I probably would have still camped where I did, but something to know for the rest of you coming up next year or whenever. Mount Greylock, well, we'll see it when we get there. I don't want to tell you what it has until I actually know. So hang on, stay tuned. I'm going to step up here so I maybe have less reflection from the sun, but wow. Look at this gorgeous little mountain pond. Who knew? Up on top of, oh, there's some sort of a structure up there. Can't tell what that is, but neat. I heard a bullfrog when I was coming through the woods. I thought, that bullfrog is out of place. But no, he's, oh, there's a good shot. Neat. Huh. Very cool. All right, still climbing up Greylock, and there's like an area here that opens up. It's actually blacktopped. I just came up there. Here's some composting toilets, and then storage or whatever over here. And the Appalachian Trail goes up this way. So this is some funny looking rock that I'm walking on, but I like it. I'll take it. I want some more of it. Actually, the road walking is hard on me. I do not like the road walks. I know it's flat. You don't have to worry about your feet. Oh, there's something right there, but Appalachian Trail and the summit go this way. And Bascom Lodge. That might be, I don't know what that is. I'm just going to assume there's some views this way, so I won't go that way for now. But I thought I'd show you all a little bit about climbing Mount Greylock. The only way possible is by the powers of Grayskull. Do you remember that? Those of you that have seen a few winters, some of you have never heard of that. Oh, right on. All right, what do we got? Appalachian Trail goes left. Summit left. Wow. Check this out. Pretty cool. All right, I'm going to save some video for when you can actually see over the edge. There's like a topographical bronze thing of, I guess, Mount Greylock, and I'll see if I can, I don't know if you guys can tell. I'm sure I climbed up over about every of the tallest of these. Blew them clear off the map, huh? So I don't know where we are.
Right here on the summit.
Right up there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Dog is using his laser pointer. Boy, I don't know, I can't see on the screen, so hopefully you guys can tell. Here's the view from the top of Mount Greylock. Mount Greylock is the highest mountain in Massachusetts, 3,491 feet. So that is super cool. It's a subalpine environment, whatever that whatever that means. I guess it's like unique here in this area or whatever to have that. There's a tower you can look out from, and it's a war memorial also. So this is kind of the summit. The lodge was definitely beautiful, a great place to stay, an open restaurant. You can get breakfast, lunch, and maybe supper. I imagine supper there. I'll just warn you, Dog got a can of Coca-Cola and it was $2.41 for a can of Coca-Cola. I got a coffee and it was $2.60 or whatever. So just be careful if you come up here. But it is and I think the bunk for a hiker is $40. I'm not sure what private rooms and stuff go for. It's breezy and I'm chilly. I'm gonna move on. All right, coming down Mount Greylock. It's a big old mountain. It's been good. I see mountains over there that I guarantee we're gonna have to climb. Been good. There's been a surprising amount of uphill on the downhill, which is typical for the AT. Crazy how that works. But it works that way. Look at how beautiful. Wonderful. Alright gang, here is the trail with less than 600 miles to go to Mount Katahdin. That's what the trail looks like. There's no markers or anything here for the southbounders. You know, that would have been their 600-mile mark. And there isn't anything for them, but which means, you know, nothing for us. But I know I stopped and, oh boy, Dog and I talked about it. I looked on Gut Hook, and sure enough. So right now, your old buddy Disciple has less than 600 to go. So we are in the 599 market right now. 599, less than 600. All right, feels good. It's little things like that that keep you motivated, keep you going, and you need them because hiking, your body tends to hurt. It's just like living with pain, trying to minimize the pain, but oh boy, but living with it. And so when you meet little milestones like that, it feels good and helps ignore the pain a little bit. We should be about 2.5 or 2.25 miles from the Route 2, which is where our pizza is and our resupply place. So definitely hiking towards that right now. It's 11:30 and starting to get a little hungry. Hopefully we'll be there by 1. Actually, it was 11:30 and there was 3 miles to go. So that's when I figured maybe we can get there at or a little before 1 for some lunch. It's all Cur Dog can talk about is Papa John's pizza. Papa John's pizza. So he's got me all hungry for Papa John's pizza. Greylock, we just came over. Actually, the summit might be over there. Either way, you can see how tall. And there's the mirror image of the opposite side over there. Got down to Route 2 and headed for some pizza. Greylock was not bad. The only thing that was like different or odd about Greylock was it took a long time to go over it. I mean, I'd have to look at all the miles that it was. I mean, it was 9 miles or more, 10, I don't know, to get up and over and down. You know, it's a long ways. We're used to having like a climb, short climb, and then a short descent. That was a big, big mountain. So pretty cool. Glad to have it in the books. All right, just left, I don't know what the town's called, West Chesterton, Fieldville, Massachusetts, and headed up back onto the trail. Got to walk through the city streets and find your way through there. Boy, they didn't blaze it very well, but we got through there, and on the trail you walk through somebody's yard to cut through a street and then up into the trail here. And the beautiful stream that we're walking along, a couple streams actually coming together. But boy, Papa John's Pizza, it's Route 2, it's on the north side of Mount Greylock. So Papa John's Pizza is there, and they get 50% off to through hikers, and a fabulous service. They love hikers. They want hikers to be taken care of, and they did a great job. Love that place. And I recommend the ranch sauce, Italian sausage and pepperoni. Yummy, yummy. And then got to resupply at a little shop and save or whatever. Not even little, it was a big grocery store. So got some food for 3 days, got a heavy pack, and headed up a mountain. That's what the Appalachian Trail is all about. All right, this is the Vermont border. Welcome to Vermont. And the Appalachian Trail is going to run with the long trail for 105 miles. White blazes will mark the way. Over there it says Connecticut, Vermont, or whatever border. So somewhere right in here is the border. So yeehaw, welcome to the 12th state. We're going to walk past it. There we go. You guys just crossed into Vermont with me. I've never been. You'll hear me say this to each state, but Appalachian and Long Trail to the north. We're headed to the Seth Warner Shelter, 3 miles. There's another one if you're feeling froggy, that's 10 miles. But I'm not that froggy. So, it's 5 o'clock. Just came up a massive mountain. I believe that mountain, whatever we're on top of now, coming out of that town back yonder, that was a steeper, more grueling climb than it was going up over Greylock. Greylock was just longer, but man, this last one, I mean, there was some boulder climbs and everything. I am soaked in sweat, even though the shade, it's kind of cool actually, almost. It's really nice in the shade. The sun is hot. I don't know what the humidity is, but either way, I am dripping. But feels good to climb up that, get that done. It feels really good to be in Vermont. I can't believe it. I'm in Vermont. I mean, that's ridiculous, y'all. 12 states. There's only 2 left. Of course, after Vermont, you know, you got to go through Vermont, but only New Hampshire and Maine remain. So, wow. Also, we will hit the 1,600 mile mark first thing in the morning. It's only, we're going to be camped 0.9 from it. But it's almost a bigger deal, really. I don't know, it's equal, I suppose, being under 600, and then now to hit the 1,600, that's, you know, they're both cool. I mean, I'll take every victory I can get, like anything to motivate you or whatever, you know, we'll take. So, great day in all. Having that pizza, that was marvelous, and getting to go shopping, and it wasn't crazy hard or crazy expensive to resupply. I bet I've got 1.5 pounds of extra food. Probably. I had so many snacks left from eating lunch yesterday and today, you know, at restaurants, or at the Dunkin' Donuts yesterday and the Papa John's today. I've got so many like extra, I kind of forgot, and I sort of bought for 3 days, not thinking of all the extra food I still had. So I should probably have a lot of extra, which I just carried up the hill for nothing. But it's hard to plan that, and so I don't know how these guys do the, you know, super light packs. But I'd love to know what mine weighs right now with all that food. And I carried 1.5 liters of water up the mountain also, because there was one spot where there was supposed to be some water, but it was at like the end of a trail, and I didn't want to go through that and have to, like, it's easy just to keep hiking and kind of forget. About need to put the camera down. It's too long of a step for me to do. I'll slip if I don't. All right, let me put the camera down. We'll maybe share some more thoughts in a minute. All right, so I forget what I was saying there when I had to stop because of the rocks, but either way, got 3 miles left to go. Should be a little less than 3 miles now, and for whatever reason, boy, in the afternoon, evening like this, I feel good. Boy, that midday portion, my feet and legs are so bad. They hurt so much. And then if I have to road walk in town, oh, it's agonizing. Every step just hurts, and I'm gonna need probably some time off here pretty soon. So I don't know where and when and how that'll work exactly, but one way or another, someday soon, I might need a little rest. But you know, it's going to be interesting because I'm going to be pushing myself kind of longer and harder than I have maybe the whole trail. So it'll be interesting to see how my body holds up to that. So I'm kind of curious. I certainly don't want to do anything dumb and hurt myself, but it kind of feels like I've passed over a hump and I can just do, you know, hard days every day. It's kind of what it feels like. Maybe I'm wrong, I don't know. But yeah, we'll see. So tomorrow looks like I'm gonna have to decide how long to go. It's gonna be hard to, there's not a perfect spot to stop at the right distance. So it might be a 21-mile day. I don't know. Maybe we can find something in that 18 to 19 range, like a stealth campsite. Vermont lets you camp wherever you want. So I'm looking forward to that. Being able to just stop. Those are my favorite kinds of places. So, all right. Oh, looks like so I just crossed over some water, and here's more water. Good. I'm glad the stuff is flowing some. That means they've had some rain. Looks good and clear. I like that a lot better than New Jersey, New York, the end of Pennsylvania. Alright guys, I know it's completely pitch black. I'm sorry about that. It's not actually that dark outside, but it's dark inside. And maybe as you can hear, it is raining out. It's now 8 o'clock. Got into the shelter here at 6 o'clock. Might have been 10 after or so. Anyway, got everything set up. It was a little bit of a walk down to get water. Made my ramen and tuna. Delicious meal. Had a Cliff Bar and some salami that I bought for supper tonight. And sat around and talked with a guy named Speedy. My friend Legs and Evac was there. Molotov from Clearback at Franklin, North Carolina. He was there, and Matt. Anyway, several people that I knew, and then a couple that's hiking the Long Trail. They were there. So anyway, we just sat around and talked and ate supper and had a good evening. Came back to my tent to get ready for bed, and it started raining. So I basically grabbed all my junk and finished getting into the tent, which worked out perfect for me. So I'm in here and ready for bed now. Like I said, it's 8 o'clock at this point, and I am ready for bed. No cell service, so I can't call Halo and the kids, but I did get to talk to her twice today when I made it into Vermont. So what a deal. I'm so excited to be in another state, 12th state. That's awesome. And to have gotten under 600 to go, and tomorrow morning we will hit the 1,600 mile mark right away. So anyway, great day. Had a good hard climb coming up out of that town down there. I cannot remember the name of the town, but good hard climb getting up here to the shelter, and feel good about that. Feel glad to have accomplished everything today and enjoying the scenery. So looking forward to another good day tomorrow. Thanks, guys, for coming along. I really, really mean it. You guys mean a ton to me. I am so excited that you're coming along with me. It means a bunch. So keep it up. Great job. Thanks. And we'll talk to y'all tomorrow.